welcome to the final fall bow hunts. Join me for a day and a half of my crossbow hunt, 2 days before gun deer season starts. Okay, there's a couple things we got to do before we get out here Thursday afternoon. It's almost 1:30. I don't know how much hunting time we're going to get, but I've got to reshoot a couple of arrows. Coming out of the woods, I noticed that one of the screws holding my scope down was loose last Friday, and I felt the scope move a little, so I kind of put it back where I thought it was and tightened it down. So I've got to shoot it before I go out there, because I hate to miss a shot at a deer or wound it and not get a clean kill. So we're going to take a couple of shots. So we're set up for the first shot at 20 yards. Okay, safety's off. Yep. The sights are goofed up. After adjusting the scope based on the errant first shot, I got very lucky on the adjustment, getting it dead on the very first time. Second shot at 20 yards. Safety's off. Bingo. That's dead nuts. Let's get set up for 30 yards. Alright, I shot the 20-yard pin there and it was low. So that was low. That was shooting high. Alright, safety is off. We're going to try right in between first and second pin. Okay, looks like top pin at 20 and right in between the first and second pin for 30 yards. Alright. I'm going to try one more here at 30 yards. I think I got it just about dialed in. Okay, safety's off. There we go. Well, we're right there. I'm happy with that. We're good. We're in the vitals. So get this cleaned up and let's get out there. All right, it's about 2:30. I'm running really late today. Maybe be able to get an hour, maybe an hour and a half tops. Let's see what we can do out here. Get out in the blind and hopefully we get one of them big bucks coming through. I remember muskie fishing. I horsed around an entire afternoon putting a new trolling motor on the boat. Went out fishing for about an hour and a half and landed a 48.5-inch muskie. It only takes a few minutes for the magic to happen. Alright, we're just scoping out the swamp here before we move any further. Alright, let's keep moving. Well, blind made it through the snowstorm. I don't see any other movement around here. Yeah, I don't see anything else or hear anything. So I just want to get in the blind right now. Alright, let's get our gear in here as quick as we can. Alright, it's 10 after 3, we're in the blind. So we're going to have about an hour, maybe. And with that sun setting, it's going to be coming in. So I'm going to try to sit a little further back in the blind. I'm back in the black, so with this up, sunglasses up, hopefully I blend in a little better. Let's see if we can make that magic happen in about an hour. Not my best setup. I've got a camera set up here. Again, if we got a buck coming in, that'll at least show me in here getting ready. I plan on using this camera to film the buck too. So I don't know how this is all going to work out. If everything comes together within an hour here, it's going to be a little hectic in the blind. Anyways, let's see if we can make the magic happen here in the last hour. And it doesn't take much, a couple of minutes, and we can have ourselves a trophy buck. They're here too. You've seen the trail camera pictures. All right, we're going to settle in, see what happens. All right, we're going to start out the calls with a doe bleat or a doe blat, however you prefer to pronounce it. But it's that estrus blat or bleat. It's that stutter one. It kind of tells them the doe is telling the buck she's ready. So we're going to start out with that and see if there's a buck around here that may hear it. And if we don't get anything in 20 minutes, I think we'll just do some grunting. And maybe that male dominance factor will kick in and something will come in here and check out those grunts. So an hour, probably going to make about 3 calls and that's it. So, okay, here we go with the estrus doe bleat. All right, let's cover up and see if something comes and checks it out. We got a doe coming. With the sun glistening directly into the blind, I misidentify this small buck as a doe. Even through the camera screen at a quick glance, the short spikes are discernible at this angle with the sunshine. That didn't take very long. She's a little nervous though. Oh, that's a little spike buck. It's not a doe, it's a little spike buck. This young buck is searching for the doe and estrus that made the bleats, while cautiously watching for any other bucks that may come in. Well, that was cool. What did I tell you? 5 minutes? At first I thought it was a doe coming in. The way the sun is coming in, I couldn't see it. But when he got a little closer, I saw it was a spiked buck. I got the crossbow up, and he presented himself at about 25 yards, 20 to 25 yards with a nice side shot. But I'm looking for a bigger deer. If I just wanted a deer, I would have had one. That was cool. See what I mean? The magic can happen in just a couple of minutes. Right after that doe bleat call, within 5 minutes, that spike buck was coming in from the swamp. Now we need his big brother to come in. See, that sun is shining right in the blind, but what gave me confidence was that what I thought was a doe at first, I couldn't see because the sun was coming in real good. And it gave me confidence with the sun shining right in on me that I didn't spook that. Turned out to be a spike buck that we passed on. So I'm toying right now in my head. Do I do another estrus doe bleat? Or do we try a little grunt call? If I do a grunt call, that guy will take off, I would think. Not sure. But I'm not going to shoot him anyways. We're going to let him go. So I think we're going to do a little grunt call. But again, we want to sound beatable. We don't want this big, huge, big buck grunt and chase all the other bucks away. I'm hoping for a 10 to come in here. We've had enough of them on the trail cams. The neighbors have taken some during bow season. So we created the illusion that there was a doe in here ready to breed. We brought in that spike buck. When that spike buck came in and left, we did a juvenile buck grunt call, hopefully. So now, if Big Boy's listening in the area, he'll have heard a doe ready to breed. He'll have heard a young buck grunting. With any luck, with that spike buck walking through, he may have saw him. And now if we do a rattling sequence, maybe that seals the deal on Mr. Big. He'll come in and investigate what's going on. So let's give it a shot here. It's about 10 to 4, last call of the evening. We got about 15-20 minutes tops. Well, I switched out my glasses. We're down to the last 15 minutes here. If something comes in now, I could still stick it. Come on, big boy, where are you? Alright, we're done for the afternoon hunt. Probably could stay out a little longer. I mean, the light, shooting light is still good. But I'm still a novice at this. So I'd just like to get back a little bit earlier. Probably missing a chance at some bucks. But it was a nice sunset. We did have some action. So as far as bow hunting for me, I consider it a successful outing. We called in that spike buck. We passed on that one. If we wanted it, we could have taken it. But quality deer management. See what he turns into. I'm looking for 8s and 10s. And hopefully a 10-pointer for my very first one. Let's just get it out of the way right away, hey? Alright, see you back at the trailer. Just hit the main trail in easterly direction. I can hear coyotes yelping out there. Oh, there they go. Just, yeah. Right after deer season and before we start the maple syrup, coyote hunting. We go after some predators and try to thin them out around here. Not bad for an hour and 15 minutes. See what I mean? It doesn't matter. Just get out there, guys. Just be there. Well, after a successful time in the woods, well, success by my standards, which isn't necessarily harvesting a whitetail, because it's all about the experience of the hunt of the whitetail. It feels good to sit down with a hot meal and relax by the fire. Well, that was a great end to a Thursday afternoon hunt. And with a half day left on Friday, I'm very enthusiastic about my chances because of the action we've had so far. Yeah, good morning. Friday morning, November 16th, and it's the last day before gun deer season. So one last shot. Let's see if Mr. Big don't come in today. Let's get out in the blind. I was really debating about even going hunting this morning, but then I remembered yesterday, an hour 15 minutes, and we had that little spiked buck come in, so we gave it a couple hours this morning. Alright, on the plus side coming out here, we didn't spook any deer out of the swamp. And I've been looking in the ground, on the trail and off the trail as much as I could, and I don't see any deer prints or any movement. I saw some raccoon tracks, but that was about it. Alright, it's 8:25. We get out here around 8 o'clock. And we're letting the wood settle down. I'll wait another 5 minutes. Come on. We need an 8 or a 10 in here. Time for our first call. Again, we had success with that estrus doe bleat, that stutter bleat that tells a buck she's ready. Alright, let's sit tight, see what comes in. Man, that was quick. Within 2 minutes of me putting that call down, I could hear twigs breaking out in the swamp. I think I'm going to scan that a little closer, check it out. See anything, but I know I heard twigs snapping out there within a minute or two of giving out that doe bleat call. Just sit tight, see what happens. Well, it's 9:15, and other than hearing those twigs break way out in the swamp earlier, no sign of any deer at this point. So we're going to hunt till 10:30, so I got an hour and 15 minutes yet. But remember, it only takes a couple of minutes to have the magic happen. We're going to try a couple more doe bleats. So now hopefully snort call, like another buck saw something and is checking it out. All the while we're trying to create an illusion that we've got a doe in here ready to breed, and a possible another deer hearing her and doing that snort wheeze, stamping his paw, looking for her. Sit tight, let's see what's happened. Stay with us. I cannot deny that sometimes when the action wanes, you can drift off into a semi-conscious state. Well, okay, I was sleeping. Not off to a good start this morning. Not as exciting as the last two times out. I think we're going to grunt a little bit. See what happens. We're down to our last half hour. Let's keep our fingers crossed and hope that the magic can happen here. All right. Well, that's it for part one of my first bow season for deer. So this is my last shot today. We were out there for a couple hours this morning, but nothing. Pretty dead this morning. Well, the blind's broken down. We're out of the woods. I wanted to get the ground blind out of there before it froze in the ground. So tomorrow's opening day for gun season for deer. So our footprint is out of the woods. Alright, it's Friday, 20 after 1. We're packed up and ready to pull out. Truck's warming up right now. But you may ask the question, if you harvested a deer, how would you have gotten it home? Let's see. That's the back of the pickup. Yeah, ask that question. If I harvested a deer, where would I have put him? Well, a lot of this stuff, there would have been room in the back seat. Don't worry, if I would have harvested a deer, I would have made room to get him home. So, see you on the road. Oh my goodness, what a bunch of turkeys. Look at all the turkeys. That's got to be that same brood of turkeys that I saw before. A couple of weeks ago coming in here by the farm, just before the farm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We got a dozen of them out here. Quick, get my crossbow. Those are nice and tender. Alright, so my first attempt at bow deer hunting is over. I would classify it as a successful outing for a novice bow hunter. It's November 17th, 2018, opening day of gun deer season. And before the day is over, the Pitzel camp is going to experience a day for the record books. This turns out to be the best opening day in the history of the camp. Records will be broken, both individual and camp records. So come on along and experience a record-breaking journey in a Wisconsin gun deer camp opening day. Well, I wasn't able to make it out during gun deer season to do any filming. And with everybody hunting, that was the #1 priority. We didn't get any film of opening day, but we do have pictures. So we're going to try to walk you through and recreate what happened on that phenomenal record-breaking day. So behind me you can see Steven's stand that he hunted out of. Let's take a look from up there and show you what he could see and where the deer was at when he shot. So here we are up in the blind. We're trying to recreate, or at least show you guys, what had happened. And Steven said that he saw movement back here and that the buck was rubbing on some trees either here or here when he first saw it. It started to come towards his stand. And he says it was literally passing right underneath my stand. And then he was able to stop it, get a side shot, and drop that 10-pointer. Just trying to recreate and get you a feeling for what happened that day when he took his 10. Well, Steven Pitzel wasn't done yet. He also filled his doe tag on opening day. Another personal best for Steven, filling his buck tag and his doe tag on opening day. We pass along our congratulations to Steven on his multiple record-breaking day. Again, 4 records set by Steven Pitzel on opening day. A personal best and a camp record for the biggest buck ever taken, that 10-pointer, and also his personal best and a camp record for filling his doe and buck tag on opening day. Congrats again, Steven. Not to be overshadowed, we had another record set on opening day when Nate was able to take his very first deer harvest, a nice 6-point buck. Another record set in the Pitzel camp. We pass along our congrats to Nate, this fine young hunter. We hope it's the first of many more experiences chasing the whitetail in the future. Again, congrats, Nate. Now let's take a look at the smiles at the meat pole. A lot of deer hanging, a lot of smiling faces. Check it out. All in all, a pretty good opening day for 2018. 5 records set on opening day in the Pitzel camp. Hi, that's the end of this week's video episode. Hope you enjoyed it. If you liked this episode, please click on the like button. Then go ahead and click the subscribe button also if you haven't become a subscriber yet. This way you won't miss any of the future videos that I put out. You'll be notified. Feel free to comment below, or you can also drop us an email at rapintoutdoors360@gmail.com. Looking forward to hearing from you guys, and as always, thanks for watching. See you next time. Well, hi guys. That's it for the 2018 inaugural season. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope my videos got better as the season progressed. I hope they were entertaining. So anyways, we'll see you next year. Stick with us.